everyone, and welcome to Ctrl Alt Craft. Rose with you, and today I have a craft video, though it's not exactly a tutorial. This one is similar to a video I did last year that you can look at on my channel, and it is like a sped up version of me making a special dress, basically. So if you've watched my video on the Super Mario dress that I made, then you would probably recognize why I'm making a fancy gaming dress. So every year in Australia, in November, we have an event called the Melbourne Cup. For those that don't know what the Melbourne Cup is a horse race, basically. It kind of almost stops the nation. We don't exactly get a public holiday for it, although I think you do if you live in Melbourne. But like everyone goes to work and dresses up for the day at work, and everyone sort of goes out for lunch to watch it, and people place lots of high stake bets on it. It's a pretty big deal. Actually, I don't know, did Taylor Swift? I think Taylor Swift's supposed to be performing there this year. I'm pretty sure it's really controversial because although everyone loves dressing up for it, no one likes the fact that it's actually a horse race and the horses are treated very poorly. But this isn't a political channel. I'm not going to get into that. But regardless of what you believe, you still tend to dress up for it anyway. It's a very much ingrained cultural thing here in Australia. So, yeah. So every year at my job, I like to dress up like all the other staff. And I try and do something a bit different. Like most women will wear fancy floral dresses with fancy floral fascinators, which are those things that go on their head that kind of look a bit fancy and funny. And I'm just not interested in that, to be honest. Like, that's so boring. So cliche, and if you know me, you know I'm not for that at all. So every year I decide to do a video game themed outfit. Now last year I made a Super Mario Brothers dress out of some Super Mario Brothers fabric, and then I created a question mark block out of cardboard, glued it to a headband, and wore that as my fascinator. It made getting in and out of like my car very, very difficult. But otherwise, it lasted the whole day and I've still got it, so there you go. But this year, I wanted to do a different one. I saved up the money, I went to a convention, and I bought some Legend of Zelda fabric. Now, if you know me or you've been watching this channel for more than a day, you will have noticed that I love the Legend of Zelda. I have a Legend of Zelda shirt here in the video as well that I'm wearing. I have almost every single amiibo. Okay, so this is the thing, right? I thought I had every single amiibo except for two, the Bokoblin and the Guardian, which I didn't mind because I wasn't really interested in the enemies. I was more interested in the actual characters of the games. And I have every single one, or so I thought. I saw a photo on Instagram today of someone else's amiibo collection and realized I was missing one. I'm missing Sheik. I don't have the Sheik amiibo and they don't sell it anymore. And I'm just freaking out because they're like $50 Australian on eBay and I'm heartbroken. So I might have to make that a like birthday present from someone purchase. Like wait till I get some money for Christmas maybe. And do that to finish off my collection. Oh, that's so disappointing. Anyway, can't believe I forgot the Sheik amiibo. So yes, so I'm making this dress. This will be what I wear to work with a fascinator. The fascinator that I've made is a headband which I have created and glued onto it. That was really poorly said. Let me start this again. I have made a fascinator that is a Navi. You'll see it towards the end of the video. I make the Navi and then I accidentally forgot to film myself gluing it to the headband. Basically, I used a combination of tying it to the headband with a pipe cleaner and then super gluing it in place. So you'll see a video of it, the finished product at the end, but that's sort of basically what I did. This dress was actually also made with a new pattern that I'd never tried before. Prior to this, I did have a quick experiment with some scrap fabric that morning and then went, yep, that'll do, and then spent all afternoon making this. So praise the Lord, it turned out really well. I was really happy with it, and I cannot wait to wear it out somewhere. I'm so excited. I've been taking a lot of time off work recently. I went on holidays for a couple of weeks, and then basically haven't returned to work since. So I've been really sick. I've had a lot of time off work because of a condition I think I mentioned in a previous video on my channel, an autoimmune disease called psoriasis. So psoriasis is a condition that is basically when your immune system turns against your body and attacks the skin as an organ. And I have it very bad on my feet, and because of it, I get a lot of pain in my feet and I can't walk properly. So I can't kind of return to work in my current condition as I am. So until things get sorted there, I've had to take some time off work, and I've been bored out of my brains. And you'd think that means I'd make more videos. However, the problem is that I just get so kind of down that recording my voice, I just don't feel up to it. And like, I have nothing going on, right? Like, I've got no stories to share and stuff because I'm not going out a lot. So having to sit here and talk down a microphone for like 15 to 20 minutes is difficult because I struggle to find things to talk about. So funny that. Anyway, because I've been off work a lot and I have this condition now that's affecting my skin, I've had to convert my soap making. So if you've been watching my soap making on this channel, I have in the past used melt and pour soaps, glycerin chemical-based soaps to make my fancy soaps. However, I've had to change up the way I do this now. So I've decided to switch over to cold process soap, which initially I actually thought was way too expensive to do, which is why I've never done it. However, I actually discovered that it's a heck of a lot cheaper and not that difficult. There's a few setup costs involved that can be a bit exy, but once you've set up, you're fine. Like, the actual ingredients every time you make it are pretty cheap. Like, all the different oils and stuff, you can buy them all from like your grocery store. The caustic soda you can get from your local hardware store. And yeah, like once you know what you're doing, it's actually really easy. So yeah, I've been playing around with that, trying to sort of, I mean, there is a bit of because you're making the soap from scratch, you have to sort of play with the chemicals a bit, experiment, and know what sort of you're looking for. But there's lots of like advice online on the internet that makes it really easy. So I really recommend switching over to cold process soaps. You get to control what you put in your own soap, which is huge because I'm having to convert to all natural ingredients. So I have purchased like all natural essential oils, like going as far as to make sure that the plant or the fruit that the oil comes from is all natural in and of itself, like it's never had any pesticides or anything like that. Making sure that all my ingredients are organic, just to sort of give my skin the best possible chance of being clean but also being healthy. So I'm hoping to play around some more. You probably won't see videos of this for a while because like I'm not confident with it yet. So wait and see, but I'll keep you posted if I decide to do some soap cold process videos. Anyway, speaking of the Legend of Zelda, I have been wanting to put together a Legend of Zelda collection, which was actually an idea from my boyfriend. And he wants to collect every single Legend of Zelda game, cartridge and disc, and basically kind of frame it, I think, in like a massive Legend of Zelda collection. Now, that would be crazy expensive, but it's such a good idea and I love it so much. So I was online today having a look at some to see sort of what kind of price range they are, if I could get anything now. Over on my Instagram account, I follow a lot of people that have a lot of really cool, aesthetically pleasing posts, you know, and I just thought, oh, I'd love to have a collector's item to share and just to have in my collection, you know. So I had a look online and I found a seller who was selling 2 amazing Super Nintendo cartridges. So I bought these for Christmas. I won't get them till Christmas. The way this works in my family is that we give each other a budget. We spend that budget, give the person the item, they wrap it and give it to us for Christmas. Is basically how this works. So I went ahead and purchased these 2 Super Nintendo or Famicom cartridges that are from Japan, which I prefer, and I'll get into that in a second. And one of them is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And the other one is Super Mario, Super Mario World. That's right, Super Mario World. Yeah, because it was the SNES one that I played when I was a kid. And they're both boxed, so they're both in their boxes, and it was a really good price too. It wasn't too expensive. And they're both Japanese, and I just think that's so cool. So I thought I'd have both of those in my collection at some point after Christmas, which will be great. Yeah, so I actually prefer like things that have, I think, video game merch that has Japanese writing. So I like all the Legend of Zelda t-shirts that have Japanese writing on them and stuff like that. Like, I really want to get some. I don't own any at the moment, which is a bit sad, but they look so cool. So yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, so I've bought these two boxed, ready to go for Christmas presents. So you'll probably see some photos of those on my Instagram account. The handle is down below, but it is at Ctrl and yeah, go follow me there to see them after Christmas, I guess. And anything else on my account that you might like to follow as well. I also want an Untitled Goose Taco Bell shirt. I've seen this design online. It's like they've taken the Taco Bell logo, put the goose in it with a bell, and it says Take Bell instead of Taco Bell. And I think that's so clever, and I want it so bad. Me and my friend Jordan, or Ultimate Medic on the channel, as you know by, I think we should get a shirt each of that, because I think that would be hilarious and great. I just want all the merch, you know? I just want all the nerdy merch I can get my hands on all the time. Anyway, my boyfriend and I hit 6 months yesterday. Not yesterday. We celebrated it yesterday. It was during the week. But I don't know when this video is even going to go up, so it doesn't really matter. At some point recently, we hit 6 months, and that was very exciting for us. My boyfriend is very, very romantic. So because he's also recently broke because he bought a house, we decided to do a very romantic balcony picnic on his new house, and we laid out like a picnic blanket. He bought me flowers, we had candles, he made me dinner, we had a homemade pizza that he made from scratch, like the dough and everything, and it was really nice. It was very romantic, and he bought me another nano block, another Pokemon nano block to build. You can see all this over on my Instagram account again. There'll be photos of it over there, but yeah, that was really fun. But it was really hilarious as well, because his neighbors, I think, don't realize that their shade cloths outside their windows are see-through at night when they turn the light on inside. Yeah, let's just say, very, very naked display happened. Oh dear. But we're at the end of the video and we're looking at the dress right now, so let's not talk about naked neighbors. Maybe that's a story for another video. So that was the dress, and this is Navi to go with the dress. So you missed out on seeing me super glue it to the headband. But that is all I did to attach it to the headband. That and tying it in with a pipe cleaner. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll catch you all next time.